everything looks even on that sheet, except for Montana shooting above 50% again. That had to be a big problem.
Yeah, no, they got too much at the rim, especially
8 points, etc.
With Andre coming
Foul
out
trouble.
10 minutes. That's all we got, and that's our post defensive presence. Aco is arguably the best big in the league, and if you're not able to body to body on that, you're in trouble. Yvonne tried the best he could, but just gives up so much weight, and May's obviously playing out of position, and so it was tough. It was tough. Once there was a game where we thought that Andre needed to play 30, and we got, I was able to play 10, unfortunately.
Right. The first timeout in the first half, you were much more vocal than I think I've ever seen you in 3 years. What was the message?
Our guys respond to that, and we just wanted to dig in. We go through little stretches where teams go on runs on us, and one of my priorities is to try to stop those a little sooner. You kind of light a little fire. I thought the guys emptied everything they had.
That was where the motivation in that speech came from.
Yep, and I thought we emptied our tank. Everybody on the roster left everything they had, and I think a little bit of that was partially we started having guys toward the end of their 4 or 5 minute rotation try to give them a little breather, but also kind of try to light a little fire.
3 games though, these last 3 have been above. You've given in the neighborhood of 90 points plus. I mean, how you thinking of countering that a little better?
Yeah, we need to. I mean, obviously these last 2, Andre's such a pillar of our defense.
Right.
And he foul issues tonight, and then obviously he rolled his ankle in the 15-minute mark of the first half last game. So that's tough. That's tough. That puts a big void in the middle of our defense, and it really hurts our zone. It hurts us in a lot of ways. So that's going to be something we really need to rectify.
The 0-2 now, but the fact that there's 2 extra games on the schedule this year as far as conference goes, a good thing or a bad thing, or is it irrelevant at this point?
It's pretty irrelevant. I mean, I think there's 3 teams that got through the first weekend without a loss in our league, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's right, including tonight.
And so, we were starting with, on paper, obviously Montana's the runaway favorite, and Montana State can beat just about anybody on any given night with the talent level they have. And so we took a couple in the chin, but we're getting better. We're rolling out a lot of young guys. Dwayne's injury, obviously, we're still finding. We're having to revamp a big part of our system.
Any timetable on him yet? Or do you
Dwayne's out for the season. He has a torn labrum, so that we lose our senior leader and the voice, and much of what we built was built around him, and so we're still kind of in that transition period to adjust.
Is there a medical redshirt option?
Potentially, it's possible.
Okay, that's still in work in progress. Now on the road for these next 2 though, Weber and ISU. Thoughts on? Because the last couple on the road weren't all that good. Now you got to go on the road for 2 more after these quick 2 at home. Any thoughts there for goals to improve on?
Oh yeah, no, there's no question. We just got to keep getting better. I mean, the freshman guys that are playing are getting mileage. They're getting better and better. We have guys that are playing a little bit different positions. They're learning those spots a little more. Richardson was kind of battling some stuff, today. So again, we're without a guy that's been traditionally our starting point guard, without really a lot of Andre. So now we're shifting guys around. And you hope, it's really kind of the first time that Cam's played a lot of point guard in his career. And so a lot of new stuff that we're still kind of doing the first time. So as long as we get more traction and more experience, we'll continue to get better.
Only two down, 18 to go, so it's working.
Yeah, it's a marathon. So.
Coach, looking at Brandon's stat line, 23 points, and a couple early threes that really kept you guys in the contest early on. Just a quick comment on what you saw from Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, that was Brandon's best performance in a Thunderbird jersey. Maybe not numerically, but from defensive end, attacking, playing with poise. He did a great job. And if he can emerge now as the guy that we think he is consistently, and Dre Marine was one of his best performances that he's had. Now all of a sudden that really shores up some backcourt stuff that we've had some inconsistencies with. And Callaway was one of the best 3-point shooters in the country numerically. Won't have very many 0 for 6 days. We didn't make some open shots, and other days we will.
The free throws have to make you feel a lot better. I mean, I saw the 60% mark as
Oh,
a
it was
team.
brutal, yeah.
It was brutal in the beginning. Here you go, missing only a couple late, and you were
Yeah.
solid on that one.
And we truly believe, because when we do in practice and we chart everything, we're an 80 to 90% team in practice.
Yeah.
And usually you subtract maybe 10% of that to say, okay, this is
Yeah,
really what
adjustments
you want.
for games.
So the in-game stuff, we're kind of like, wait a minute. But we've made a huge emphasis on working on it in practice, and I think this is closer to who we are than that other number. And a lot of that is a couple guys that haven't played. You know, Andre hadn't had great numbers there, but he hasn't really played in 2 years. And Harrison's a freshman, and Mays is a freshman. Those guys are low, but they're not traditionally low guys. I think it's a little bit of calming down now, 10 games in their career.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Beautiful.